Okay, so we are going to look right now. I'm still here. We're going to be looking at some distributions and we're going to be comparing 1A to 1B, 2A to 2B, etc. Right? So, and we're going to compare them with regards to the measures of center and also with regards to the measures of variability, right? So, for, um, for, hope you can still see it. Okay, good. So for for number one, if you look at 1A, you notice, let's look at a number line. You notice in 1A, all right, in number one, you notice in 1A that the mean is going to be greater simply because the values in 1A are greater, all right? So they're less negative than the values in 1B. That is, the values are further to the right on the number line in 1A. Therefore, the mean would be greater, right? Got it? And for 1B, it is the standard deviation for 1B is going to be greater, right? Because data the data values rather are spread further out from the mean in 1B than they are in 1A. For number two, the mean and the standard deviation would be appropriate measures for center and for distribution, all right? Because the data is symmetric, all right? All right, so the data is symmetric. But if you notice, the mean for the distribution in 2B is greater, since the center again is further to the right. And the standard deviation for 2A is going to be greater, since the data is spread out more. All right? All right, the median and the interquartile range would be appropriate measure for the distributions in number three. And usually when you have any form of skewness, all right, any form of skewness, or when data is spread out a lot, or the data is spread out irregularly, that's when you're going to go to the median, all right? Because in that case, the center, geometrically, the center is not going to be shifted by some existing outlier. It's not going to be shifted too much away from a normal center when you have an outlier. If you're using the median, all right? A student from 801, Malik, answered that question beautifully yesterday when he talked about the median being resistant to outlier. Like if Jay-Z would come into the neighborhood, the median income would be about the same, but the mean would change, all right? All right, and we can look at number four. The mean and the standard deviation would be the one that you want to use as measures of center. As measures of center, yes, for the mean, and standard deviation for the variation, all right? And so if you do that for number four, you're going to find out that the mean distribution for 4A is going to be greater. The mean for the distribution in 4A is going to be greater, since the center is to the right, further to the right than in 4B. And the standard deviation in 4B is going to be greater since the data is more spread out in that distribution. And for 5, the median and the interquartile range is going to be good. And you should kind of know that, right? The median and the interquartile range would be good because you're looking at box plots. Okay, so when you get box plots, you go straight to median and interquartile range. All right, and the median for the distribution in 5A is going to be greater, since the median is 700, but for the 5B, the median is only 500, and the IQR is going to be what we're using for the variability, and the IQR in 5A is greater. It's 300, but only 200 for 5B. All right, and so for number 6, the distribution is greater. Think about it like this, right? The values are concentrated on the ends for the political podcast, right? While the cooking podcast has values that are closer to the center, right? So 6A is going to have more variability, right? Okay, so things are spread out more in 6A. All right, and for 7, we have distributions that are symmetric, and so the mean and the standard deviation will be best. And I think that's all we can do. I don't think we're going to have much time for more else, right? Of course, I'm still going to be talking. The video is not going to be doing everything because we want to also have your teacher say something in class, right? All right, so we're going to be going on to the cool down, which is going to be shared with you. And after the cool down, we could summarize the lesson. We can take questions if you have questions. All right, so I hope this was something that was beneficial to you. And you will also, you can also go and check it out on Welly Math. All right, on the Welly Math, Bread Math rather. You can go check it out on Bread Math and Welly Homeschool. All right, so that's what when I was doing homeschool, that is my YouTube channel for education. All right, cool.